I've lifted the top basket. I was covering the bulbs, and I'm gonna flip it upside down. So it's kind of a cage now, a tall cage, and they can grow up. Because when I was the other way around, as you can see, the bulbs they're growing. So they started going through the mesh, and obviously that's not good. The other thing is the fact that I put some holes through the tubs. However, I made a mistake, and I was trying to avoid hitting the bulbs, and I was being lazy as well. So as I was standing, I was putting them on the corners, but on the corners they weren't at the lowest level where the holes were, being punctured. So I made more holes, but now they are at the lowest level. They're like underneath the tubs. So now when I did that, the excess water started coming out, and there was a lot of it. So I don't know if that cost me some bulbs, but we'll see. I should have thought about that before. And the other thing I should have thought about before is putting cardboard and leaving it when I know it's going to rain, and it will start to rot, and when it rots, it will also affect the wood underneath. I was stupid, but anyway, I will remove it gradually so that the wood underneath has a chance to dry off at sometimes anyway. The other thing, Sambucus is coming through, which is great. It wasn't looking good for a while. Most of the roses are, I guess, fine. I wouldn't say more than fine. The ones that I sprayed with potassium bicarbonate, they don't look so well. So I'm not gonna say it didn't work. I'm just gonna say, for now, it didn't look like it made any difference. And obviously, they might be slowing down as well. So it could be like until next year that we see any growth. So we'll see. So we've been having some rain lately, and this is good for Cyprus. We don't have a lot, and we have a lot of drought in the last few years. I've mentioned that before. So it's been helpful. I've been lazy with the watering. I haven't watered in a while, except maybe the basil. And also, these are coming along well. So you see right in the middle, those big leaves are the broad beans, and there's also some seedlings growing next to them to the right. Some of those, I assume, it's the rocket. It's the rocket I sowed a few 1-2 weeks ago. So we'll see. Now, touch wood, these are growing very well. Look at them. Wow. So, and this one has shot through. That's a good shoot there. They're still much slower than the others, but they're getting there. And I love the variation in color. Now, I did realize, which it should have been obvious, but anyway, I realized that I'm gonna have to be very careful when I'm gonna have to be very vigilant with pruning, because as you can see, they're all very densely planted. I will have to also move the pots around so that I maximize the space. For example, if this is good, so this one is growing that way, so I might turn it to face somewhere else, where it's not in the way, where it's not gonna get in the way of the others. obviously these are the parent plant. It's the mother stock, whatever you call it. So in theory, they won't be left in their own devices, obviously. So they will be kept small because you take material out of them often. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Worst case scenario, I will move them away from each other, create more space. But as you can see, with this amount of growth, if this was, for example, next year, in theory, about this big, maybe a bit bigger, or maybe a bit shorter, I don't know, we'll see, will also produce flowers. So I do also want to see flowers, even though I will be using these plants to propagate them. And in theory, I will use those flowers to, well, I will sell the flowers as well, if I find a way to do it. Maybe I will go to a fair or something. Cat, it's getting rainy, so okay. He's gonna go inside. The spearmint is looking better. There was a couple of worms eating through them, and they got through quite a lot. But anyway, so far so good. The ipomias are still around. I reckon they'll be gone if I leave them when there's frosty weather. So we'll see. Let's go this way. I don't think there's much here. The onions, as planned, they started growing through. And yeah, it should work. It should work at least with. I think you can see this one has grown quite a bit, so I'm assuming its roots grown enough as well, and it's probably gonna be a no maintenance onion deal, because yeah, I mean I will water, but they will be grabbing nutrients from the substrate underneath, and obviously sometimes I will go through with the fertilizer, so they will get some of that as well, and then they will get it from underneath. The figs are going yellow finally. You can see the pruned rose is doing very well. Just goes to show how vigorous, how strong plants they are. What I will do now is use the PVC plastic to attach these to keep them closed, because some of the roosters come over and they might knock them down, or the cats might sleep in them. But that's pretty much it for now.